and welcome to the Grand Supreme News Channel, guys. We have some very important information coming out, and if you can, do me a favor, hit that like, and if this is your first time, share the video, hit that notification, and subscribe. Thank you so much for your support. All right, so there's some Doomsday radio activated in Russia. Now, you guys know this is the third one this year that Russian Doomsday radio comes alive. Okay, so this is the third time this year in 2025. And the reason why is because every time, and I've noticed, every time the US president calls Russian president, this Doomsday radio comes alive. So it's like a code or something. So this is the third time that the Russian Doomsday radio comes alive. At the same time, US president has just signed a new travel ban affecting citizens from 12 countries. At the same time, the US Embassy in Kiev are urging American citizens to download the emergency app and to find closest shelter due to the possibility that an imminent strike by Russia could happen. At the same time, Donald's saying that the call between him and Putin, there was no peace discussion, but incoming destruction imminent. All right, so there's some stuff that's going on. You need to pay attention to all these signs. The Bible speaks about these events, and our job is to put on the whole armor of God and to go out and share the good news, the gospel, to many people out there. Now, I wanna turn this around. If you can, once again, please share the video. Okay, so RT News. This is a Russian news. Put out the information. Doomsday radio comes alive. All right, so you hear that? Okay, so it's like a minute something video, but Russian Doomsday radio comes alive. Cold War era UVB 76 station broadcast code words, and that's the code word Azontobak. After Donald and Putin supposedly discuss Russian retaliation against Ukraine, the purpose of the station remains mystery. Okay, so this is the third time, all right? We have some more breaking news that is coming out. Top U.S. border chief has warned a new 2001 could happen within our country. Actually, this person warned that something, again, you guys know what happened in 2001. We could see something worse. So they're really sounding the alarm. Look, guys, I believe that something big is going to hit the fan. Donald is basically, signing travel bans, basically preparing our country for possibly incoming war. Perhaps the sleepers are being activated. There's a possibility, Persia, Iran could get hit. So Donald is getting ready for worst case scenario. Now, I did post a video early today. A lot of people were kind of saying about the notification. Here's the thing, guys. That video is very important, all right? They're urging American citizens in UKR, in Ukraine, to get ready and have supplies like a go bag, all right? And this is the one right here. Give me a second. Security U.S. alert, again, U.S. Embassy in Kiev, all right? So they're urging people, American citizens, that you need to get stuff ready. Okay, so even download a reliable air alert app to your mobile phone, such as air raid sirens or alarm map. All right, and you got to make sure you have that notification on. You got to make sure, again, this video is, again, this news right here is for those in UKR, in Crane. You got to make sure that you have that app downloaded, and you got to make sure you have that notification on. I know a lot of people are saying turn off your phone, turn off your notification, but it's kind of worthless doing that. You need to make sure you have those apps because, again, when things hit the fan, you get heads up. All right, same thing with the Holy Land. They do have those apps. So when Yemen start firing ballistic missiles, those people in the Holy Land, they get like notification quickly as possible, so that way they can run to like a shelter. All right, so you got to make sure that it's very important to have these apps. I think if I'm not mistaken, NY Prepper also has the alert system app. Give me a second here. Give me a second. All right, so it's happening again. All right, so they do this every night. Hold on, give me a second here. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second here. That's pretty low. That is pretty low. I don't think that's a plane, to be honest. I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's not a plane. I don't know. I mean, I see them like past midnight. All right, everybody's asleep, and you got these strange chopper, and yeah. So, okay, guys, give me a second here. All right. So for those of you that tuned in, the Russian Doomsday radio just came alive for the third time this year. All right, for the third time this year. Immediately after the conversation between Trump and Putin, the Doomsday radio station sent a mysterious message. All right. Okay, so let's go with the next news here. Okay, so we have a big breaking news from a top U.S. border chief. He warned that a new strike within our sleeping giant country, a new strike worse than 2001, is imminent. So this is Border Czar Tom pointed to what he claimed were nearly 2 million migrants that enter our sleeping giant country during Joe presidency. All right, so let me just pull this up really quick here. Donald Bordazar dropped a bombshell terror warning claiming a 2001 or worse is imminent. Tom blamed this policy and border policy of the previous administration under Joe for his terrifying prediction. Appearing on Fox News, he was asked by host Sean Hannity whether the sleeping giant was at risk of a 2001. Tom pointed to what he claimed were nearly 2 million that enter the sleeping giant during Joe administration. I think there were more than 2 million. I think there were more than 2 million. That number is pretty low. All right, so it says here, it's coming. He said, these 2 million known gotaways scares the, you know what, out of me. Adding some could be, you know what, they could be bad, you know, who, you know what happened in 2001? Well, again, you guys know we could see something like that. He said, this scares me a lot. And I've been doing this for 40 years. He said, it should have scared the hell out of everyone, every sleeping giant citizen, what Joe did for the past 4 years. All right. Coming unless we can find them. A getaway means an unlawful border crosser who is directly or indirectly observed making a unlawful entry into the sleeping giant is not apprehended and is not a turn back, according to a US Gov. All right. So again, guys, Baltazar Tom is very concerned. He's very worried about this. His remarks come in the wake of a well, you guys know what happened in Washington, D.C. You guys know what happened in D.C., right? You guys know what happened in D.C. And you guys know what happened in, what was it? I think it was in Washington State. You guys know what's been going on. All these people, you know, are getting, you know, they're getting attacked by certain individuals, put it like that. So Donald administration received a huge boost for its tough crackdown on immigration after the Supreme Court ruled late last month. It could go ahead and revoke the legal status of 500,000 from 4 Caribbean and Latin American countries. The decision puts 532,000 people from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela at risk of deportation. They had originally entered the state under a 2-year humanitarian parole program launched by the former leader, Joe. Okay, so Baltazar Tom said that he is scared. He is scared. He is worried. He said that, and here's the thing, guys. This man is the one that knows all the information. He's in charge of sending a lot of people back home. So again, give me a second here. Give me a second here, guys. Hey, Mikey. How was work?
That was good. I'm tired.
All right. This food, if you're hungry.
All right.
My son just got home, working. He did a 12-hour shift, 12 hours. He works at the restaurant, so yeah, 12-hour shift. So Baltazar Tom is very, very concerned. He said that he's scared. He is scared that we could see something worse than 2001, and I do believe him. I believe him. We're going to see something that is going to completely change our life around. You know how we felt back in 2001? You guys know when you turned on the television and saw what happened in NY? That completely changed our life around. It kind of woke us up and spooked us a little bit because everybody was like, are we going to, you know, biblical war? I mean, that was some wake-up call. But again, Baltazar Tom said we could see something a lot crazier than that. And if something bad happens, let's say, you know, let's say something happens to a state. Well, you could blame Joe. Yes, you could blame that man because he allowed millions to come in. And not only that, he brought people by plane while we were asleep. All right, so now again, remember that news about the train. There was a train that was carrying some very powerful material from, I think, Wyoming to California, and that material ended up missing, and they still looking for it. I mean, they still looking for that material. That was back in 2023, and those materials, you can make some very powerful BOMB, and you guys know what I'm talking about. All right, so what someone said, good job, Mr. Lewis and Mrs. Jessica. You don't look that old, someone said. Someone said I'm old or something. I'm kidding, guys. All right, give me a second here. Let me see if I can pull up another breaking news here. But yeah, guys, going back to Donald, if you pay attention to what he said today, he left a message. He said, I spoke with Putin and it was a good conversation. And he said, but we didn't spoke about peace. So there you go. That's number one. There was no peace. All right, there's no peace going on. He said that there's going to be a response. So instead of peace, we're going to see destruction. All right, so pay very close attention. All right, pay very close attention. I do believe that the bear is going to hit. He's going to hit Zelensky really hard, really hard. I don't think Donald's going to get involved. I think Donald's going to back away. And you guys know I was talking about Lindsey Graham out there. He's making decisions, telling Zelensky, hey, do this and do that. These Looney Tunes that's giving the green light to Zelensky. Yeah, they're gonna get a message by Putin pretty soon. But give me a second here, guys. Got my mother-in-law still out there, and she had to pick up my son from work. But Donald's putting out a message, and he also banned 12 country travel. Banned 12 countries, and these are all Middle Eastern countries. So he's basically getting ready for something here. He's getting ready for something. And you know, people need to be fully awake and fully prepared. And and also, you know, you have the US Embassy telling American citizens in Kiev to prepare yourself. A lot of stuff came out. A lot of stuff came out. Give me a second here, guys. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so go ahead, Gene.
You want to get in your way.
Oh, no, it's all right. All right, give me a second here, guys. This is something weird. Hold on, give me a second. Oh, he locked you out?
Yeah.
He does that all the time. And he knew I was out here too. He locked me out. He's tired. So.
I know, he worked, what, 12 hours?
Yeah, 12 hours. Give me a second here, guys.
You locked me out? No, I couldn't open it.
Mikey, don't lock the door. Just okay.
I couldn't open it.
All right. So, guys, I was looking at something here, and it seems like China ATM is accepting gold. That's something weird. All right. So, again, that's the first time I hear that. Give me a second here. Oh, Japan. Japan is worried. They got hit with some very strong earthquake. Now, there is this lady, I forget her name. She is predicting that there's going to be a big monster earthquake. And it's going to happen in less than 30 days. Now, they're saying that, I think it's going to be Japan or Hong Kong, is going to see a monstrous earthquake. Now, this woman also predicted Japan 9.0 magnitude. She also predicted 2020, and I guess she predicted Princess Diana So again, this person, I forget her name. She came out with a book and she said there's gonna be a big earthquake that is going to shock the entire Pacific. Again, we're talking about Asia. All right, so there's been some earthquake going on today in Japan, and a lot of people are worried because a lot of people are talking about that lady saying there's going to be a mega quake, right? So let me just bring this up really quick here, guys. And again, guys, like I said, I'm not I follow these people. I'm not like too deep into Nostradamus or Baba or Brandon Biggs or whoever you want to call all these people. Again, I'm not into that. I stay with scriptures. I focus on the word of God. Earthquake are shaking Japan, and everyone on edge. So you have Japan just got rocked by 5 earthquake in 6 hours, including a 6.3 and a 4.7 that hit just 16 minutes apart. All right, so does that mean that the big one is underway, the mega monstrous quake? Here's the thing, guys. If that happens, then I believe it's possibly man-made. Again, I don't know. I just feel like if that happens, then it's possibly man-made, and it's to deceive many Christians out there. So a lot of this is happening near the Tashima Trench, a giant 2,200 kilometers fault line where 2 massive tectonic plates crash into each other like sumo wrestler. Okay. Scientists are saying that calm down, we can't predict earthquakes, but local officials are like, cool story, we're preparing anyway. People are being told to stock up, secure their homes, and basically get ready just in case this is the trailer for the main event. So here's the thing, guys. Again, like I said, a lot of people in these end times claim to be prophets, and a lot of people believe these individuals. I have a hard time believing these people that call themselves prophets. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just the type of person that the only prophets that I see in the end time is only 2, and those are the 2 witnesses. They are the only 2 prophets in the end times, all right? The Bible speaks about the 2 witnesses. Now, everybody else on YouTube or writing books for money and stuff like that, again, it's hard for me to believe that they come from God, all right? Because a true prophet does not go on YouTube and make video. A true prophet will go to the street, just like Jeremiah, just like Daniel, just like, many prophets out there, Isaiah. They all went to the street and they spoke to the people in different city and warned them about a wrath from God or an earthquake or a famine or pestilence. Remember Moses? Did Moses, put up a camera and made a YouTube video to Pharaoh? And by the way, make sure you hit like and share this video. Pharaoh. No, again, they didn't have time for that, even though they didn't have YouTube back then. But again, these prophets, they went and they spoke. God told them, I want you to go to Pharaoh and I want you to tell him if he doesn't release my people, there will be 3 days of darkness, or the death of angel will take lives of those who don't have the blood of lamb on their doors. So again, in these end time, guys, the only prophets that I see is going to be the 2 witnesses. Other than that, anybody on YouTube, it's hard for me to believe them. It's hard for me to believe those who write books, because again, a true prophet does not use God's prophecy to make money. They do the work of God just to, again, because God told them to. And again, it's just too many people just want to make money out of God's words. And please be careful. Please be careful. A lot of people tell me, Louis, God sent. How do you know God sent them? How do you know God sent them? Remember what Jesus said, you must test their spirit. You must test them. You cannot just believe everything these people say. You cannot just believe everything these people say. Guys, if you can't, give this video a big thumbs up. All right. The Bible said that you must test these people. You have to test them. You cannot just quickly believe that God sent them. Because you're putting yourself in a really hard spot. You are. All right. Give me a second here, guys. Like I said, I just got home too, so I got 2 jobs. Pretty soon I'm gonna take 3 days off, hopefully, for Father's Day, and my birthday's coming up too. So, all right, guys. So when is Putin gonna strike? When is Putin going to strike? Because again, Donald said that he's going to respond. And the big question is he going to strike Ukraine, or is he going to strike one of the Europeans? Which I doubt it. I don't think he's going to strike the European, but I think he's going to send a strong, powerful message. And remember, guys, Vladimir has been very quiet. They haven't responded yet. And I told you, things are very quiet, so it's very concerning. It's very concerning. By the way, Donald called Putin. Putin didn't call Donald. Donald called him. All right, just to let you guys know. And usually we get like a heads up, like, hey, you know, Donald is going to call Putin next week. But Donald called him out of nowhere. And he wanted to speak to him. Hunting Zelensky right now. People have been fighting over the over the last piece of meat for many millennia. Oh, it's not my birthday yet, guys. It's not my birthday yet. It's not my birthday yet. My birthday is pretty soon. So the 3 days of darkness will occur after a giant solar flare event. Guys, do you believe that the 3 days of darkness is going to happen in the end times? I don't see, under the new covenant, under, you know, the gospel, it doesn't mention anything about like 3 days of darkness. The 3 days of darkness was in the book of Exodus. That was during the time of Egypt and Pharaoh, and that was biblical. And again, remember, guys, the 3 days of darkness, it was bad. It was bad for those who didn't have the blood of the lamb in the front door. Remember, guys, the 3 days of darkness, the people, God's people, they had blood lamb stain in the front door. So there was an angel that stopped here, and they see the blood, and they go to the next house. They don't touch the house. And those angels they were angels of death. They were taking lives. They were taking lives. And yeah, Pharaoh, the next day, Pharaoh was, yeah, he was in fear. But again, God hardened his heart. July 24th is my birthday. Oh, Prophecy 33. Happy early birthday. The earth will only shake for 10 or so years. And what in the world? Close the door, Aaron, and let the death angel pass. Pharaoh, the original. I can't say that word. I can't say that word. I can't say that word. Also, guys, I just want to bring this up really quick. A lot of people left me emails saying that Donald bill, you know, that big, beautiful bill, there's nothing wrong in that bill. Here's the thing, guys. There's always something wrong with these bills, whether it is Republican or Democrats. I know you guys didn't read over 1,000 pages. It takes a long time to read those pages. But there's some pages there that is, you know, it's kind of concerning. AI taking over cities for 10 years. I mean, what is that? I mean, we don't need that type of stuff. And remember, guys, look, I support Donald. Donald is a great businessman. Okay, I don't want people to go nuts here. But sometimes Donald, he could put some stuff out there that, AI, we don't need that, Donald. We don't, man, we don't need that. Come on, Donald. I mean, we need Christ. But from what I heard, AI in all cities taking over, I mean, for 10 years, I mean, that's very concerning. And then his son, Eric Trump, wants to bring the digital currency, want to change everything around. And you guys know me, I'm not into digital stuff. I'm not into all that type of stuff. But, Elon was very concerned and saying, hey, no, I'm not down with this. I'm not down with this type of stuff. And I could agree with Elon. Now, Elon, he has this issue too. I don't like that Neuralink. I don't like the brain chip. Elon's, I pray for him because he said that he'd rather go to hell because a lot of people's going to go there anyways. Look, we pray that people don't go to hell, all right? And Elon, I know you're a busy man, but if you're watching this, hey, take that back, man. You don't want to go to hell. It's a place that, you say that a lot of people is going to be there. Yeah, you're not even going to think about those people when you're in the lake of fire. It's like this in the Titanic. You think people were thinking about each other in the ice water? They were all trying to survive, and it's just cold, massive water, and their minds, it just transformed. They were suffering. It was just brutal. They weren't thinking about other people. Same thing is going to be in the lake of fire. Elon said there's going to be a lot of people there, so I might as well go there. Yeah, you're not going to be thinking about those people. Yeah, you're not going to be thinking about those people in torment in a lake of fire. But anyways, guys, there's some stuff in that bill, and Marjorie Taylor Greene, she came out and said, oh my goodness, I was not aware that there was this thing in the bill about AI cities. If I knew about it, I would have never signed the bill or vote for it. And she voted for it. And I'm like, Marjorie Taylor Greene, you are a congresswoman. You're supposed to read these things before you sign it. And that's the problem. These people just sign anything. Anyways, but yeah, guys, it's very important. Look, I know people love Donald, and I'm not against that. I know people love Joe. I'm not against it. This is America. If you support left, right, or independent, that's you. Is what makes this country strong. But again, these individuals, these leaders, they are not perfect, and a lot of their stuff could be very disturbing. All right. It could be very disturbing. And for example, Donald shared a video on his Truth Social media. I think Truth Social. He shared a video of Gaza being transformed, and there's a golden statue of Donald Trump. And I'm like, why would Donald Trump share something like that? That is, something very concerning. And I called that out. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to be supporting Donald if he be doing that type of stuff. I know some people's like, oh, he just messing around. Not really. Donald is the type of dude that he wants to be remembered like I did it. People's going to remember me. I stopped them. I'm the greatest lead, of all time, and this and that. Sometimes there's people out there who are very prideful. All right. So again, like I said, cat came out of nowhere, scared me. All right, but yeah, I mean, people need to be careful. All right, it's just like King Nebuchadnezzar. What did King Nebuchadnezzar did? He looked at he saw Babylon Empire, and King Nebuchadnezzar said, I made this, I did this, I built this kingdom. It was me. And God said, I can make you eat grass for 7 years. And that's what God did. He made King Nebuchadnezzar eat grass for 7 years. All that pride could lead you to great punishment. That's why pride is a sin. All right, give me a second here, guys. I'm gonna read some of your comments. Let me just see if there's any more information here. Also, Vladimir, the leader of the bear, Putin, he came out and said, why should I negotiate with a whole bunch of terror, you know who? He was referring to Zelensky. And so things are not working out between them. All right. So again, for those of you that tuned in, the Doomsday radio was activated in Russia. Every time Donald and Putin talks, the Doomsday turns on. Make sure you hit that like button. Departure Heaven. Departure Heaven. I'm so sorry. Last night, someone left an email requesting for prayer, and I was emailing that person. Hey, Louis, I resent that invite email. I'll check it out. I see some emails, so I'm looking for the rapture to happen soon. AZ, I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna tell everybody this. It's very important that people focus more on sharing the gospel to the people instead of focusing more on the rapture. Remember when Jesus was taken, you had Peter, the disciple, they were looking up and they saw Jesus was taken to the heavens. And so there was two angels. They said it was two angels that came and told the disciple, why you keep looking up? For the same man that was taken, he will come back. Now go out and make disciples. So we shouldn't focus on the rapture. Yes, it's amazing. We can't wait for it. But our job is, as disciples, is to go and spread the good news to many people out there. All right. And it's very important to, think about those who need to hear the gospel. Sometimes I feel like, we could be a little greedy. Like, I can't wait for Jesus to come. And I could hear Jesus, don't worry about that. Go out and save some people out there. Your brothers and sisters are lost. Go out there and save them. Share them the good news. Share them my word. And, sometimes we got to wake ourselves up. Like, okay, the rapture is coming. We know that. Let's go out. Let's put on the whole armor and let's help some people. They worked on the, they worked on the, okay, so you're talking about that juice, that shot. Yeah. I'm doing both, Louis. I shared the gospel and am looking for the rapture too. 1 Corinthians 15:1-4 is the gospel. Amen to that. But if power grid goes down or internet goes out, how will use digital money? Plus, it can be hacked into. That's very true. Here's the thing. In Jesus' time, there was no such thing as currency. There was no such thing as none of that. In Jesus' time, they did have candles and stuff like that. And they had currency. They had, certain coins. Remember what Jesus said? Whose face is on this coin? Caesar. Give to Caesar what is Caesar. Give to God what is God. So back then they did have currency. And that's what we need to focus on. All this digital, all this digital stuff, again, I just don't like it. All this future stuff. Everything just being transformed. It's, everything's moving so fast. Jesus Christ is the Messiah. Amen to that. I think he was referring to the gospel. Modest Mouse, 1 Corinthians 15. I think he was referring to the gospel. They had gold and silver back then. Yes, they had gold and silver. Now remember, guys, back then they had gold and silver. I tell people that it's good to have some silver and gold just in case the economy, whatever, goes down. A lot of people just come after me and say, Louis, you can't do that. You can't tell people to get silver and gold. Yes, you can. Because even Peter and even Moses, even Abraham had a lot of gold and silver. And the reason why is because they were feeding the poor. They were taking care of business. So again, if you don't have silver, gold, or nothing, and things go down, how are you going to feed your family? How are you going to feed your young ones? You have to take care. You have to take care of your young ones. And it's very important to help one another. Now remember, yes, the Bible says you cannot serve two masters. Here's the problem nowadays. A lot of people love money. A lot of people love money, okay? And let's say in this platform, do people make good money on the platform? Yes, you can make very good chunk of, you know what, on this platform. And I've seen a lot of people literally just completely just chosen money. No lie. Chosen a lot. I mean, they chosen money. It's like they forgot about God. They still use the name of God, but they forgot all about God. And that's what the Bible is saying. You cannot serve two masters. You cannot serve gold and God. You can't do that. And what's going on is these platforms, you can make a amazing career. I mean, you could just blow up really quick in these platforms. And there was this one guy, Casey Neistat. He said when he made his first video, he monetized it, and he made $6,000 a month. And he was like, wow, you know, I could pay my rent with this, and I could have leftover. And then he made $16,000 the next month. And then he made $60,000. There's people out there on YouTube that's making $100,000 a month. And again, I'm not gonna mention name, but those that call themselves prophets, they're making that type of stuff. They're making that type of, and people don't know it, but yeah, they making that. They're either making like maybe 5, 10, or possibly 50 a month. 50K a month. And that's what he do. They know what the people want to hear. They know it. And they're very good doing it too. They're very good. Wolves disguised in clothing of lamb, false teachers. They're very good at what they do. Remember, you have Joel Osteen, and then you have Kenneth Copeland. These people, they buy private planes. They buy all these mansions. All right. Did Jesus said to go buy these things? Did Jesus said, I want you to get a private plane to Peter? Hey, Peter, you're going to get a private plane, and I'm going to get you a ship because you fell in the water. I'm going to get you a nice, beautiful, no, you know, Peter didn't get no ship or nothing. He still has some beat up sandals and stuff. But these mega pastors nowadays, Joel Osteen and all these people, man, they got some big, beautiful houses and church, nice, beautiful cars, private jets. I mean, it's crazy. Those money could feed the poor, man. And then on this platform, you got so-called prophets. They make tons. And that's what I'm trying to tell everyone. You got to be very careful. Because a lot of these people are wolves. A lot of these people, believe it or not, a lot of these people were followers of Christ until they saw the money coming in. You know that saying, money changes people. But it doesn't change a lot of people like that. There's some people out there that knows how to control it. And they use that money to feed many, 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 many people. Baba News says that's the problem. This is their best life now. Oh, yeah. This world is the only heaven they'll ever see and agree. I remember, yeah, you mentioned something. It kind of, I remember someone said the same thing too. And I love this pastor, Vodi Bakum. Vodi said, if you are let's say if you are an atheist, this is the best that you are going to get. This is the best you're going to get. This life here is the best that you're going to get, because after this life, game over. If you are a pastor, a false teacher, living comfortably, this is the best you're going to get. You have received your reward on earth. But once you are separated, I mean, not separated, once you are gone, dead, that's it. It's game over. The blessing are in words, someone says. Yes, false money righteous as selfish teachers. Ephesians, what is that, 1:7? In him we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins, according to the riches of his grace. True, harder for a rich person to get into heaven and let go of their earthly riches. You know, I was thinking about that earlier today. Jesus says it's going to be harder for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. A lot of people believe it's people with money. But yes, that's true. But it's also people that love materialistic stuff. There are poor people that love materialistic stuff. For example, there are people out there that love video games. They love video games, and that makes them rich. That makes them happy. That makes them, just spending time on games 24/7, and that could be a big problem. There are people out there that love drinking. I mean, love doing this, love doing that. Again, those are riches of the world. You must depart yourself from it or control, again, I'm not saying it's a bad thing to play video games. Well, it depends where you play, but you have to control your time limit. I mean, I'm guilty of it. I work 24/7, and I need to kind of, take it easy. I talked to someone at my church, and this person is going to be a pastor pretty soon. And I told them that I have a problem. I'm a workaholic, and not because I love money, but I have to take care of my family. I have to pay bills, and I have to take care of my family. I have like 5 kids, my wife, the house, the car payments, the insurance is out of control. I mean, insurance nowadays is crazy money. Car insurance, house insurance, insurance, health insurance, food and a light bill. I mean, it just, oof. And I feel like, again, my job is to take care of my family, but, I got to put God first, and I'm just working too much. I'm watching New York Prepper as well and watching this channel. Big shout out to Greg. Hey, I really miss Off the Grid with Paul and Adrian. They got hit. Man, they got hit. We won't see them for 2 weeks. Yeah, they got hit. So I think he's on Rumble. Guys, give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Robert said, but it don't matter. I'm a bubberhead. And we love Jesus. No, something happened to Paul. I guess he posted a video. One of his video reached like 20, almost 30,000 views. And I'm like, wow, Paul, keep doing your thing. Put out the good news. And I guess since your videos start to grow, the platform, what they do is they like, wow, okay, so this person's growing. Let's see what's going on here. And sometimes they just want to, want to look for some kind of excuse. Well, you kind of violated, and we're gonna have to remove it, and it's sad. Well, what are you doing up there, man? well, is that season. It was raining too, so we got some of these frogs. I mean, that's not a frog, that's a toad. But yeah, just loves being out there. Yeah, we get so many of them. We do. We get so many of them. And, they good. You know. Geez. Uh-oh. I feel some raindrops. So. Oh boy. Yeah, I feel some raindrops now, guys. Whoa. Someone said that the bear is attacking now. Serious? Give me a second here. Give me 1 second. I'm not seeing nothing. Yeah, I'm not seeing nothing yet. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I don't think Vladimir is giving the green light yet. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not seeing nothing, guys. Guys, quick question. I don't know if you guys remember this. All right. I don't know if you guys remember this, right? But I still remember, like, back in the 90s, there was that big breaking news. And I think I was like 7 years old. I remember that person was in front. He was in front of that thing. And I remember he got ran over, you know what? I don't want to say it, but when I see it today, he didn't get ran over. He just, it stopped. The tank stopped right in front of him. But I could have remembered. I could have remembered that he got ran over. I don't know. It could be just me. That was 1985? Yeah, I think that was 1985. Someone said that the bear is getting ready. Silo is opening up and getting ready. Where you getting? Where you getting that information, Paul? Where you getting that info? That was 1989. Someone said. Was it a red dragon? Yeah. Someone's like, you're thinking about the red dragon thing. I don't know, but yeah. I remember the bear's getting ready for something big. Give me a second here. Bubba News says that Vladimir is taking his time. This will be a well-planned out response. Yeah. The big question is it going to use Orishnik hypersonic, or is it going to use some other like cruise missiles? But we're just gonna have to wait and see. But he probably told Donald about, hey, if you have some soldiers in this region, get them out of there. So there's a possibility he might possibly hypersonic. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. My darling Rose says, hey, Lewis, and everyone else. Someone said it's 1 o'clock. Is it 1 o'clock? Yeah, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I have to wake up early. I gotta get the, I gotta take my pickup truck for an oil change. And that thing is gonna be, I think it's gonna be 90 bucks. Yeah, so it's gonna be like $90 oil change. I have to take it to the dealership. But yeah, 90 bucks is not that bad. This is 2025. All things are possible. Watch Putin and Zelensky stop the war and become friends. All of things, weirder things have happened. I think the big one is going to be Iran. We just got to keep an eye on that one. All right, so we're just going to have to keep an eye on that. The Supreme Leader, yeah, he was not pleased. He really sent a message to the U.S. and also to Donald. Do you guys see that article on July 4th, 2025? I can't say that word, scenario. No, not really. Keep your eyes on USA and papacy. All the tanks being moved to DC for next week. Oh yeah, I guess that's I don't know, guys, but something tell me. Look, I hope nothing happens there. I hope things are, I don't know, my gut tells me something could hit the fan. Something could hit the fan, and it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. So hopefully, yeah, because it's supposed to happen on Donald's birthday. I think Donald's birthday. But yeah, you got some tanks. I think some Abraham tanks heading there. And yeah, we need to pray. We truly need to pray. I have a feeling that those tanks won't be leaving. The Civil War moving recently, July 4th or something. Wow. Bubba News said for Donald's birthday on June 14th. Yeah, 14. Yeah, that's yeah, that's my day off. Jeez. Someone said the bear is attacking. I'm not seeing nothing, guys. Give me a second here. Yeah, I'm not seeing nothing, guys. I'm not seeing nothing unless you guys are getting the information from NY Prepper. But other than that, yeah, I'm not getting any breaking news notification or nothing. Someone said Donald going to have a block party. The U.S. will celebrate its 250th anniversary on July 4th. 250 years old. Wow. They say empires only last 200-something years. America is, yeah, 200-something years already. Wow. The U.S. Army's birthday is June 14. Wow, so you got Donald's birthday and the Army's birthday at the same time? And I heard that it's gonna cost, I think, $40 million. And And of course, you got some of the people just going nuts. Oh, my tax money should not be going to that. Oh, stop. You guys didn't say nothing when our tax money was going to Zelensky. So, and we're not talking about millions. We're talking about billions. And it's Flag Day, Bubba New says. And it's Flag Day. Wow, so it's going to be a big day. It's going to be a big day. And I heard the ticket is going to be expensive. So that's another reason people are so upset, saying, oh, the ticket is going to be expensive. Well, you don't have to go. I mean, they're going to have some live stream. And to be honest, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't. Back in 2020, I went for the March of Prayer, and I seen Franklin Graham. And it was really packed. It was so packed. It was. And it was like over 100,000 people. And I lost my wife for like a couple of minutes. And I'm like, no. And it was so hard. I mean, there was no reception. I was calling her, but the phone, when there's so many people, there's no reception. And I found her. She was next to a tree. She was like waving, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness. It's like Simba, right? Simba's running from all these, you had all these elephants or whatever they are. They were just running towards you, and he was running away and stuff. But yeah, it felt like that. I mean, it was like a huge amount of people. It was, again, I can't be around a lot of people like that. It's just too crunched. And it's just a lot of people. So I pray for those who are going there. I will pray for you. June 14, that's going to be a big one. All right, guys, I think I'm going to end it here. We just hit the 1 hour mark. I want to thank every single one of you for tuning in, guys. And I will keep you updated with the world news event. So I have Jesus dome over me. That should be good. Amen to that. Robert Ben David Jr. Modest Mouse said, American Battlefield Memorial Commission. David said, it's Spanish, the nuclear doctrine. God bless America. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to end it here. Y'all have a good night. Jesus dome over me. Hallelujah. Have a good night, and I see you guys in the next few hours. I got to wake up early, but yeah. Michael Gale said, I'm not seeing anything on Russia. Thank you so much, Michael Gale, for the update. Modest Mouse says, thank you, Jesus, for saving us. Amen to that. Have a good night, guys. Till next time later. Peace.